Should I learn Power BI or else Excel? Which will be the best tool to use in 2026?
Come across
Have you
this ever?
confusion? If yes, this video is exclusively for you. Hello all, welcome to Google Tech. This video we are going to discuss about the difference between learning Excel and Power BI. Let me be honest with you, both Excel and Power BI has its own advantages and limitations as well. Depends on your goal, your tool usage may vary. If your day-to-day work is relevant to the quick calculations, financial modeling, or some ad hoc analysis, Excel is your best tool. If your goal is to build interactive dashboards, automate the reporting work, or else working with a large amount of data sets, then Power BI is your tool. Hope this gives the glimpse of your work. Let's jump into the slider where I have given you the glimpse of difference between both the Excel and Power BI. So what is Excel best for? It says small data, quick analysis. Meaning, if you have a medium data sets, at least to up to 1 million records, it will work fine. If the records gone beyond that 1 million record, then your face starts facing issue with the handling of a Excel. The second one will is quick one-off analysis. You get data, you open your Excel and you start analyzing immediately. No need to set up anything. It's just a plain tool. Data will be in Excel. Open the Excel file and you can start analyzing. There is no need of setup of any query or anything like that. Third is on the financial modeling, where you can see, most of the financial team they use it for budget, forecasting the values, PPD, patient per day calculations, various analysis, and we have multiple financial calculations as well. For that, we can use the Excel because that is a standalone application which is still now used from 1965, the time when it started. Pivot table and quick summaries. Yes, we do have pivot summaries where it will help you to drag and drop the columns and get the result out of it. However, it is not much better than comparative to Power BI. And you can say no coding required because in Excel you don't need to write any coding or any complex formulas and functions to get these pivot tables, all those things. It will be a very basic thing and there is zero coding required for doing these activities. The fifth will be the sharing with non-technical people. So ideally, even you know technology, you don't know technology, everyone can use Excel file. There is no technical knowledge needed and it will be very basic and user friendly application for the basic level of users who are starting their career. Forget about this slide. Think as I mentioned here, like the day-to-day life of a HR or a analyst or managers or like a business owners, right? They use Excel every day, where it helps you to store the data in a simple manner and it can be quickly accessible at any point in time. The major advantage is it will be very quick enough to store the data and there is no dependency on other application to give the data. You just entering the values and then you can able to use it. But until unless it's a very minimal or a small data set. If it is going beyond the limit, then you have to upgrade yourself from Excel to the other products available in our market. In a glimpse, it's we can say Excel is used for in a small business owners or with a small data set and which is not having requirement of having more charts and visuals added into it. So this will be the quick analysis of our Excel, what is Excel is best for. The next we will go for the what Power BI is best for. So Power BI, as we discussed already earlier of this video, Power BI will help you to work on large amount of data sets, more than a million records you can able to handle and you can able to work on. And here, compared to Excel, you can't directly create a values over. Yes, you can create, but in this Power BI, you need to have a setup of installing this application and data source from Excel we can take, or else from the SQL or from live dash websites, anywhere we can take your data into a Power BI. Live and interactive dashboards. This is IPL season, and I hope you guys are seeing some interactive graphs in coming in between, like the bar line of every over prediction. What is the team scored and the other team is scoring till currently. All these things can be done with the help of Power BI, where it is a live interactive dashboard method. Automated reporting, since this is connected to the multiple level of online platforms, SQL table or SQL query, you can able to schedule the refresh for every time. If we work on the Excel, right, you have to again download the data and then merge it into the existing table and you have to show the values. But here that is not the case. You can directly refresh the data set by scheduling it. The other advantage is multiple data sources in one report. Ideally, you can use multiple data sources like Excel or like through online web and also through SQL server, any Databricks, Snowflakes, all the locations data can be merged together and utilized in Power BI. However, Excel it can't be. The last but not the least, the best advantage is sharing it with the enterprise level, meaning once the report is generated, you can publish into the cloud storage, which can be accessible by the person who is having access to that particular workspace or a cloud storage. This is an better and far better advantage compared to the, and this suits for the data analyst and Power BI developers, Power BI analysts, or else who is using the, who want to see the report every day. This can be shared to the top management like CEOs, CFOs, where they will get the glimpse of visualized manner of their data compared to. So this will be the key difference between Excel and Power BI. Now, there will be a $1 billion question. Which one I should choose for learning? So, learning Excel and Power BI is a step-by-step process. Suppose if you want to enter into any data uh, in relevant jobs, you have to start learning from the scratch of. Once you are well versed with Power Excel, then you can migrate, upgrade yourself into Power BI. The reason why I'm mentioning into start with Excel is because where you will have a less amount of data and you will understand what is data, how the data behaves. You will understand functionally about the business as well. So once you are well versed with the Excel, then you will go for upgrading yourself in learning Power BI, where you will end up in writing multiple technical measures, functions, and also little bit of M code language is needed over there. However, it will be an added advantage if you learn Excel. So the final recommendation, what I suggest, you can work on both Excel and Power BI, but that should be depend on your requirement. Learning process will be starting from Excel, then ending up in Power BI. To summarize this overall, it is not a one-side winner. Both the tools is required in this data world. Both have its own benefits based on the requirement what we are supposed to use. For an example, if you are a financial analyst or financial modeler or a HR manager, you can use Excel. That is more than enough because you will not end up in working on more or large number of data sets. However, if you are a Power BI analyst or data analyst, you should go with Power BI since that is handling with a large amount of data, which is more than a million or billion or trillions of records, and even you need to connect the data source with multiple sources from through web or else to website or else through SQL servers or else to your local system, which is Excel at the end as well. So I highly recommend to learn both Excel and Power BI starting from Excel. However, based on your needs, you can use the tools as well. Hope this video gives you clarity on which tool to be learned and which is best according to your role or the current position. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubt, please do comment it out. I will happy to assist you all the time. Thanks for watching. We'll meet you in the next exciting video. Until then, bye from me. Thank you. Have a great day.